Hey guys, what is up? Joe here. A lot of you guys have been asking me to make this video, so I've decided to make this video for you, my viewers and fans, on my YouTube channel that has a lot of subscribers and is really active, and this is how I make a living and how all sane people make livings. So today I am reviewing the Genki Shadowcast. It was primarily advertised to let you play Switch games on your computer. And the way it does that is it takes the HDMI output from the Switch and puts it on your computer. Why would you want to do that when they say it makes it have a bigger screen? I find that dubious. Like, when do you... I don't really know the use case. But I bought it with the idea that maybe I could use it for my Raspberry Pi, because there's a lot of times where I have like the Raspberry Pi set up for like something, and I don't have a screen next to it, and I want to plug it in and like debug something. So today I decided to try the Shadowcast on the Pi. I decided to try the Shadowcast on Animal Crossing on the Switch, and I also decided to try the Barrier, which is a KVM software, so it lets you control multiple computers with the same keyboard and mouse, as well as the mobile dock from Genki, which you'll see here in a second. So this is my setup. Here's the Genki. You can see it's USB-C on one side, HDMI on the other. Here is the USB-C cable that the Genki came with, and that's all it came with. I also have my Raspberry Pi over there, noting that I have a HDMI to micro HDMI cable. It's a Pi 4, so that takes micro HDMI in order to make it able to plug in with the Genki. I also have my Switch right here, and I'm using Genki's mobile dock, so it's just a cool little piece of hardware. I think this is way cooler than the Shadowcast. So that's all three hooks for the dock, the HDMI, the USB, the USB-C, in this little charger that's you can fit in your hand. It's way smaller than Nintendo's. So it's currently what's charging and will let me do video from my Switch here. I also have the Genki Shadowcast app installed on my Mac. As well as I already installed Barrier on both the Pi and my Mac. So let's start by getting the Switch set up. So I'm going to plug in the USB-C here, plug that into, other way. This is HDMI side. This is USB-C side. Okay, killing the app, the Genki Arcade app made it work here, so that's good. So you see the Genki Arcade app has a couple settings here. Let me adjust so you can see it. I'll also record some of this gameplay and put it over. Come on. Cool. So it does play the audio from the game. It'll let you record. It'll let you record, I think, your microphone, so you can like record gameplay. Like you take screenshots, it looks like, as well as it'll let you pick. I guess I could choose. Just save it in my documents. Favoring performance or resolution. I thought this was really interesting because I was hoping this would all be a hardware-based solution, so that there wouldn't be any settings. It would just straight up give me the highest resolution, but it seems to be like not as hardware-y as I was hoping. So there seems to be some compression, some jagged edges. I'm kind of disappointed by that. I was hoping for a straight, it promises 1080p, 68 FPS, and I was hoping to just get that straight, and it looks like you're not going to get that. So from there, you can see that there is a little bit of a difference between performance and resolution, and it seems that if you do resolution, If you prefer resolution, there's a more of like an HD delay, like old school TV HD delay, which again, I'm really disappointed because I was hoping there would be more hardware involved here, like hardware accelerated decoding and encoding. And if there is, I'm still a little disappointed. That being said, the Genki is way smaller and lighter than I thought it would be. It's like a little USB drive. So I got that. So you could see that there's a little bit of lag. Oh, that's really obvious. That's interesting. Not that this game is super responsive, but still not amazing. And what is it optimized for right now? I have it on performance. So if I favor resolution, which doesn't make too big of a difference on the games, it seems. And it seems to sometimes take longer and sometimes not. Maybe it has to do with how much compression it needs to do or something, because there's a lot of like solid colors in this. I have no idea. Yeah, so would I use this? Probably not for this case. Maybe if I was into recording my gameplay, it would be cool for like videos, but I'm not. I'll record a little bit of gameplay. And now let's try the Pi. Yeah, so I somehow forgot to hit record when I switched to the Pi. But I did grab the screencast. So this is an example of what the Pi looked like on performance mode. And as you can see, it's really pixely, like almost borderline unusable pixely. I'm really disappointed in it. I thought that would be something this would be good for, but I guess rendering text with the type of compression that they're using, that's, I guess, good for gameplay, but probably bad for text. I don't think I could use this on like a day-to-day basis. I did double check, and my resolution is at 1080p on the Pi, so it's not like it's compressing it from 4K. It's, 1080p in, 1080p out. Yeah, let me switch to let me switch to quality mode. And here's quality mode. You can see it looks much better, much less compression, but it seems to come with the trade-off of having more input lag. Again, I was doing most of this through Barrier. I did have a keyboard set up, and it also felt a little laggy. But with Barrier, it definitely felt like I couldn't use this. So yeah, that was the Genki Shadowcast. Like and subscribe. Did you buy the Shadowcast? How do you like it? Comment below. What do people normally say at the end of videos? Give me money, sponsorships. I don't have a sponsorship. Buy things for me. So would I recommend a Shadowcast? I think it's great if you're recording video of like a game and gameplay. You'll be able to see the gameplay in this video. But it's not great as like a second monitor type solution. I'm really disappointed in that. It also doesn't do 4K. It only does up to 1080p, 60 FPS. That's kind of disappointing nowadays when like everything is kind of pushing 4K 60 FPS. But maybe they're hoping for a low cost solution or had power issues or something. Maybe there'll be a Shadowcast 2 that solves some of these problems. I'd definitely be interested then, because it'd be awesome to like drag a desktop around and be able to use a laptop as a screen and keyboard for it or something. Those are the types of use cases that I think would be super cool. That we're like on the precipice of being able to do. maybe if we were able to like do some kind of input to the Mac that like was more like a screen input than like it seems like it's like overriding like a camera output. Like the Mac thinks it's a webcam, which is probably why we're getting a lot of like crunchiness there. But yeah, overall, I probably wouldn't buy it again. Maybe if there was a second generation. But it was fun to try, and maybe it'll be handy. It'll be a handy thing to have in my toolbox now that I have it.